It was in the evening, you sigh as you enter the living room, finding your husband sitting on the couch, going through a file. Hey honey, how was your day? It was busy as usual, but I managed to get a lot done. How about you? He asked while putting the file aside and made you sit beside him. Oh, chasing after our little tornado Jiangsu all day. You smiled tiredly. Ah, our son is definitely a handful, but I'm glad you are there to take care of him. He was so proud of you. He's our little miracle, isn't he? Sometimes I can't believe how much he's grown in just 4 years. He can see happiness behind your smile. Yeah, he's growing up so fast, but I'm grateful for every moment we have with him, he said, wrapping his arms around you. You lean your head on Jungkook's shoulder. Me too. Oh, by the way, I have to tell you something. Jungsu has been acting really possessive towards me lately. He said, grabbing his attention. He froze his brow. What do you mean? Whenever you try to hug or touch me, he gets between us and pushes you away. He even gets angry and starts crying. You sighed before saying, yeah, I have noticed it. Maybe he is not in a mood. It's okay, sometimes it happens. He said, tapping on your shoulder. I have no idea. I hope it's just a phase like few children acts like this in this age. He nodded convincing. After a few days in the morning, you were taking out the withered flowers from the flower vase which was in the living room until you find two strong, tattooed arms wrap around your waist. I think someone must have woken after a long sleep, you said while standing up as you went earlier. Yeah, after a long sleep. It took me so much time to sleep without cuddling you, he said, pouting while resting his chin on your shoulder. Oh, my husband is missing me. You turned around towards him and said while ruffling his hair gently. You didn't miss me since when your son has come to this world, your priority has changed. He again pouted while you chuckled. He's a small human being who is learning to live in this world. He needs our attention, right? He said, wrapping your hands around his neck while poking his tip of nose with yours. I know, but he's not giving me time. He's always behind you like a protector. Anyways, at least now he's not here. Give me my morning kiss. It's been many days. He quickly closed his eyes and leaned in to kiss your lips, but before he could do, Daddy, move away from my mom, he shouted as he just came to the living room from his toys room. You both flinched and quickly parted as soon as his voice fell in your ears. You looked at Jungkook, who was already frustrated by Jungsu's act, but you smiled at him weakly and walked towards your son. Jungsu, what happened, son? He asked sweetly while bending to his level. I don't want Daddy to touch you, he said, sulking at Jungkook, who was already frustrated. He sighed before speaking. Jungsu, honey, why won't you let your father touch me? He crossed his arms before answering, because he's bad. He's a bad man. He quickly looked at Jungkook, who felt a little disappointed, but kept his calm with him. No, he is not. He's just misunderstood. You said, smiling as he tried to correct his thoughts. Jiangsu, what made you think that my son? He walked near his son, but he immediately stood in front of you, like he was blocking Jungkook coming closer to you. You can't come near her. He stood, stretching his arms, indicating Jungkook to stand on his place. What's gotten into you, Jiangsu? He asked, raising his eyebrow as he was surprised by his son's behavior. It's okay, honey. Dad won't hurt me, you said gently, placing your hand on Jiangsu's shoulder. He steps back, but still keeps a protective stance. I don't trust him. Jiangsu, I know you don't like me, but I promise I will never hurt your mother, he said after letting out a deep sigh. See, he's a good man, you said, smiling at your stubborn son. He looks at you and then back at Jungkook. Fine, but if you ever do anything to hurt her, I won't forgive you. Jungkook smirks at his son. I would not want to mess with you, Jungsu. Alright, Jungkook, fresh up and come. We will have breakfast now. You laughed and picked Jungsu in your arms. As they sit down for breakfast, Jungkook can't help but admire the love and protectiveness Jungsu has for his mother. He knew he had to earn his son's trust and he was willing to do anything for it. Jungsu, I know we haven't had the best relationship, but I want to change that. I want us to be a family, he said after clearing his throat. Jungsu looked at Jungkook with suspicion. Why? Because I love your mother and I love you. I want to be a good husband and father, he said smiling while his son softens. Okay, I will give you a chance. You smiled at Jungkook immediately. Thank you, Jungsu. You won't regret it. You caressed his hair while smiling at Jungkook, who was so happy at this moment. In the office, Jungkook was seriously checking a file related to some project while manager stood lowering his head as if he committed a mistake. What is this, Choi? Can't you be responsible? Because of your negligence, today we are going to face loss. He was shouting at the manager as he did a mistake. I'm sorry, sir. I thought I could make it with less budget, but now he was stuttering. How could you think that? Are you dumb? Don't you know how much budget is required to complete this project? The deadline is coming and we haven't finished half of the construction. Do we have to put money from our pockets? I'm sorry, sir. Just give me one chance. I will talk to them. He was requesting so politely as he knew about Jungkook's anger if anyone fails to work sincerely. I don't know what you will do. Just don't get me any loss, else I will fire you. Get lost. He closed the file with great force and threw it to the edge of the table, where the manager took it and left immediately. He got a message from you immediately while his anger was rising up. He checked his phone just to see his son sleeping in a weird position. He is completely you. He is weird like you. By seeing your message, his anger flew away. Only you and your son have a power to bring smile on his face. After a few days, Jungkook was trying to change Jungsu, but it doesn't seem like an easy task for him. It's bedtime and Jungsu is already in his room, all tucked in and ready to sleep. You and Jungkook are in your bedroom getting ready for bed. Jungkook wraps his arms around you from behind I'm sorry if I made Jungsu upset earlier. I didn't mean to come between you two. It's okay, he's just being a jealousy little boy. You smiled at him after turning around to face. Well, he has every right to be jealous. You're his amazing mother, after all. He chuckled. Of course, when father has jealousy, why not son? He got double of yours. He laughed as he has a defeated expression on his face. Oh, I think it will. He smirked and leaned in for a kiss, but Jungsu suddenly appears at the door. No, daddy, don't kiss mommy, he said strictly while holding his toy. Oh, it looks like this little dinosaur don't leave a small chance to me, mommy. Go, what are you waiting for? He steps back while disappointment plastered on his face. Jungsu, you go and wait in your room, I'm coming. He wanted to comfort Jungkook at least for a minute as he is really missing you. No mom, I will not go without you, he said stomping his foot impatiently. Sorry buddy, I will just give mommy a good night hug then. He was about to wrap his arms around you for a hug, but before that, Jungsu dragged you from there to his room, leaving Jungkook in disappointment. Ah, this little dinosaur! He stomped his foot with gritted teeth. It was close to midnight. Jungkook was rolling on the bed as he was trying to sleep, but it doesn't seem he can sleep today as he was so needy. Ah, Ryan, I can't live like this. I don't care what Jungsu thinks. I will get you today. He got off his bed and walked into Jungsu's room just to find you sleeping beside Jungsu. Oh, you are ruining my sleep and sleeping with your son peacefully. I will not leave you today. He slowly tiptoed near you and patted on your shoulder just to make you flinch. Ah, you screamed, but before the scream went louder, he closed your mouth as you sat straight on the bed. Shh, it's me, Ryan. You closed your eyes as a relief to know it was him. What are you doing here? You whispered as you saw Jungsu moving slightly. I came here for you. For what? Can't you see he's sleeping? So what? I also have to sleep. Let's go. I called Sana to take care of him until we came back. Sana was a caretaker who would be there for your son when you guys want to go somewhere, leaving him at home, like in any urgent cases. Jungkook, but no more pets. Come with me. I took you from there while you worried about Jungsu. Sana, please take care of him until we come. Okay, sir, she said and went inside the room while you were impressed with his intelligence. Not bad. You prepared everything. What do you think about your husband? Hmm? You have a lot more to see. Let's go, baby. He smirked and took you out while you were confused. Jungkook, where are we going? Get some fresh air before we sweat more. He winked at you and made you sit in the car while you feel thrilled to experience his romance after so long time. Jungkook took you to a private lake where no one is allowed to enter. He stopped the car unsure. Oh, have you got some air while traveling? Yeah, it's refreshing as well as cool, you said while rubbing your palms for warmth. It was a beautiful, clear night, and the moon was shining brightly in the sky. As you drove along the winding roads, Jungkook couldn't take his eyes off you. You looked so beautiful in the moonlight. your hair cascading down your shoulder, and your eyes sparkling with love. Don't worry, you will feel better after having this wine. He poured wine in a glass and extended it towards you. But before you could take it, he drank it and leaned towards your lips. After a sweet session, as you lay in each other's arms, basking in the afterglow, you looked up at the moon and smiled. You knew this night would be a memory you both would cherish forever. And as he drove back home holding hands and exchanging love glances, you knew that your love would only grow stronger with each passing day. Thank you for watching.